What is up, guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic video. So we actually have some news for TBC Classic. It's fairly massive. It hints towards Phase 2, what's going to be in Phase 2, roughly when it's going to come out, when the testing is starting, and pretty much the main content of Phase 2 in TBC Classic. It looks like Phase 2 will be coming out way faster than I thought it would originally, but let's just take a look at everything we know so far. So starting next week there will be the Overlords of Outlands Phase 2 testing on the public test realm. This will include testing for Serpentshrine Cavern and Tempest keeps in their pre-nerf state. Guild banks will be tested on the PTR as well, starting next week. Looking for Group Tool will be tested on the PTR or public test realm. This will not be an automated grouping system, and instead it will focus on it will be an organized list of groups where players will need to message one another to find the groups. If you've been using the LFG add-on, it's kind of like that, with a different user interface. The Ogre-La and Shatari Skyguard daily quest hubs will be tested on the PTR, and will most likely be available in Phase 2. Arena ladders will be viewable in the game itself, as well as end-of-season cutoffs for various rewards. Both will be tested on the PTR as well. So the PTR will be available next week. This is a public test run, so everyone can go and check it out. All you need to do is to have a PTR account on your account, and then just download the PTR version of the game. So we also have some upcoming PvP changes, which basically is increasing the arena points distribution at the end of each week, reducing the costs on arena point and honor point gear prior to the end of arena season 1. So if you have some honor or arena points left over, you can buy gear for a cheaper amount so you can get more gear faster, kind of like a catch-up system. At the end of Arena Season 1, Arena points will be converted into Honor points. At about 1 Arena point gives you 10 Honor points, pretty much. Outland Faction PvP gear will be coming out way earlier than expected, which originally came out with patch 2.4, aka the Sunwell patch, and is coming out now as a catch-up mechanic for players. Same faction battleground testing will continue running until Tuesday. So this is something they've tested twice or 3 times so far. They've now also been giving out alliance rewards, or they've been giving out rewards to alliance for queuing up for the same faction battleground testing. So they're probably going to keep working on this system until they find a system that everyone is happy with. So the main things I want to look at for Phase 2 is Serpentshrine Cavern and the LFG tool. So let's go for the LFG tool first, and basically one of the most popular add-ons since Burning Crusade Classic's launch was the LFG bulletin board. I made a video specifically about this add-on very early myself, because it really helped the actual gameplay experience. It made it so much more fun, and so much easier as well, because instead of having to constantly look in the LFG chat in-game, which was just a massive shit show at the beginning, you can just download the add-on and look for groups within the actual dungeon that you are looking for. The LFG tool was talked about at BlizzConline in February, but nothing else happened about the feature itself. And a lot of people were wondering if this was going to be in Phase 1. A lot of content creators talked about it during the beta as well, because it was missing from the first beta for TBC Classic, but now it's coming out in Phase 2. Unfortunately, Blizzard didn't mention the LFG tool during the Burning Crusade Classic beta, and it's been a mystery for many players when it would be coming out. I think a lot of people were hoping it's going to be out in Phase 1, but it wasn't, and here we are. With the latest interview, Holly Longdale announced that testing will begin soon for the new feature, and clarified that it will not be an automated group making tool. So if you have used the LFG bulletin board or any other LFG add-on for Burning Crusade Classic, it's pretty much going to be the same as those add-ons, where you can look for groups for the dungeons that you are interested in, and instead of just giving you the automated type of you can just join a group through the regular LFG system in retail, it's going to show you the groups that are available for those dungeons, and then you can message the leader and ask for an invite. So looking for group upgrades. If you weren't aware, the looking for group tool was in the original Burning Crusade. It wasn't as fleshed out as the Dungeon Finder tool in the modern WoW, but it was definitely there to allow for groups to form for dungeons and raids. Blizzard touched on this topic, explaining that they would be considering an update to the interface itself, modernizing it and making it a more functional tool, but not allowing for automated group formation. So if you play the original TBC, you might see some modernizing of the user interface itself, but it's still going to remain with the core values of not being an automated system for group formation. It's more like a functional tool to find groups where you still have to message the group leader. So another thing that's coming out in Phase 2 is Serpentshrine Cavern and the Eye, and both of those are being raid tested as well during the PTR. During the Holly Longdale interview on the Burning Crusade Classic Arena tournament this weekend, Holly Longdale shared some announcements for upcoming changes for Burning Crusade Classic. Starting next week on the PTR, or Public Test Realm once again, testing will begin for 25-man raids, Serpentshrine Cavern, and Tempest Keep the Eye. With the upcoming updates to the Burning Crusade Classic Public Test Realms coming next week, there will be raid testing for the upcoming 25-man raids, Serpentshrine Caverns, and Tempest Keep the Eye, and along with the raids, many new items will be introduced, new class trinkets such as Warp Spring Coil, Earring of Soulful Meditation, and Serpent Coil Braid, and you will get access to a whole lot of really good loot from both of those types of raids. You can get new tier gear, for example. There's several different class-specific trinkets. There's some really interesting things coming from the raid itself. You can basically just go to Wowhead and check out the Serpentshrine Cavern raid overview, or Tempest Keep raid overview as well, where you can check out all of the loot from all of the bosses, and this basically just gives you even more raiding content to do, because I think a lot of people still need items from Karazhan, but now you can also start doing the Serpentshrine Cavern and Tempest Keep as well to get more raids done and to get more loot as well. It's overall just a great time. Remember that to actually do the Serpentshrine Cavern and the Tempest Keep, you will have to get attuned, so make sure you check out the attunement for those raids. You can also just download the add-on for TBC Classic called Attuned as well, which will tell you exactly what to do, and also show you where in the attunement process that you're currently at. So it basically just shows you the entire process, and it's a very easy add-on to follow for attunements. So yeah, it looks like Phase 2 is coming out way shorter, or way faster than I thought it would when a TBC came out. I was thinking it was going to be like 4 months between every single phase, but then again, Phase 2 doesn't give you too much content, but if you're raiding and stuff, it's basically quite a bit of content, to be honest, and including the LFG Group Tool as well. It's a really good phase, to be honest. If you're raiding as well, Serpentshrine Cavern is a fantastic raid, and I haven't experienced Tempest Keep myself, so I can't wait to experience that one. Now, as for why they are releasing it now, I think it's because of New World. I'm going to be honest here, just going to give my thoughts at the end of the video. I think they are going to do this testing. They're doing the testing next week, and New World is coming out in over almost 5 weeks. I think it's 4.5 weeks. It's coming out on August 31st, so I wouldn't be surprised if you saw the official release of Phase 2 somewhere around August 31st. It could actually be exactly on August 31st as well, because, well, August 30th would be the release for NA, because that is a Tuesday. Actually, no, August 31st is a Tuesday. So just watch and see what happens. I am actually putting my money, if I was betting, I would say they're going to release this phase on August 31st to combat the release of New World. That is just my opinion though. I'm still really looking forward to Phase 2 of TBC. It gives you more content to do. I'm really looking forward to the LFG tool to compare that to the add-ons and see which ones are better. So yeah, that is basically it, guys. We just have a lot more info now on Phase 2. Testing begins next week, so we'll have to see how long they will be testing and exactly what they're testing as well. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, leave a like as well if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe for more TBC content, and that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.